Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're jumping back onto the ladder with Starterku. This is a build that I've borrowed. It's on Phil Plays TCG's YouTube channel, but I believe it's Cody Wojciech. I hope I'm not butchering that name, but I believe it's Cody's list. I've been sort of testing Starterku since basically day one. It is one of the first decks I actually played. I've never found a build where I felt that it all made sense. There were certain things, you know, like trying TOP, you know, the extra cards in red are just very underwhelming in this set as well. So, you know, I was trying to just find the right balance, and I could never really get there with especially with red starter Goku. U7 was a bit different just because obviously your leader inherently buffs all your cards, so, you know, just going a full battle card route on U7 kind of made sense. But Cody's list, watch the video fully. If anybody hasn't seen it, I'll try and put a link into the description below. If not, just go to Phil Plays TCG channel, and you can just watch his deck profile there. It definitely is a great profile. It gives you great insight into separate matchups as well, you know, into green, into yellow, and I believe in the mirror match as well, things like that. So it's definitely worth checking out. So credit to him for this list, but we are going to give it a try on the ladder here, and see if we can get on with it. Like I said, it's Starterku's a deck I have a lot of experience with. This will be my first game with this build in particular, but again, I think that the list is solid. I know all the cards that's in there, so I'm pretty confident that we can at least give a competitive match out of this. Hopefully we can find an opponent though. So yeah, so the last two videos that we've recorded, we did get wins out of them. We played Android 17, we played Frieza. The Frieza game to me is still a mind. I still don't understand why the opponent surrendered when he did, but I believe it was a good game anyway. It was a good competitive match up until that point. But red for me is just kind of my baby. That's the colour I've been playing since I started playing the physical game as well. I currently just managed to get myself an alt-art Beerus leader, which I was very happy about. Obviously, you know that I kind of trashed Beerus a long time ago in this, when I did my tier list, but I'm a big believer in Beerus. Ginyu is a strange match for us. I honestly don't want to keep that, so we're going to change. Ginyu's a bit of a strange match for us. We can remove his bodies pretty consistently. The problem is if we're going to be able to protect at the same time. So we're going to have to look to play our higher stat cards here, you know, like our 25Ks, you know, 20K is not going to help us pretty much once he gets to that turn 3. He's just going to flood the field with 20Ks and there's not really much we can do about it. We can also delay his awaken to the point where it suits us. I don't want to charge any of these because honestly these are the best out to Ginyu. So I think I'm just going to charge this here. I think I'm just going to swing at this rather than swing at his life. We could have played Whis just to neg that, but honestly it doesn't really matter either way. I'd rather establish the Whis. Establish the Roshi, get a bit of draw in there. Okay, so we have a couple of hits as well, which is good for us. Because hit is probably the best equalizer into this deck as well. When he starts swinging wide, does he have 5-drop Frieza? He does have 5-drop Frieza, okay. We don't care if he kills this. If he decides to attack here and then attack here, we're fine with that. I mean, Ginyu shouldn't ever attack into this, honestly. They need us to get awakened as quickly as possible. That's their job. And if they're not willing to do it, we're fine with that. Yeah, see, this for me is a mistake. He needs us to get to our awaken and then at 4 and just try and beat us down as quickly as possible. I'm a bit surprised by that one. Yeah, we're not protecting. So I think we just charge one of these 5-drops here. Like I said, I'm going to keep these for our turn 3 and 4, etc. Probably just establish the hit here, swing at this for 20 and 15, and then we can even just go at it again. If he's smart, he won't look to protect this, because it's going to be too expensive. We can just leave that at 20. If he wants to give us 10Ks here, we're more than happy for this, because we're not going to attack into his life. Ginyu's biggest threat, well, we'll attack into his life now, but Ginyu's biggest threat is the leader ability. Okay, we have 3 of these now, that's beautiful. I don't know if we need 3. I might charge 1 next turn, just because we have 4 0K combos in hand. And again, even though he's going to his turn 3, he can't just Raccoon here. So he's not going to go wide, per se. So I think we've played this smart in the beginning. We just take it slow. With Ginyu, there's no need to just full-on rush them down. It's a game of attrition, and thankfully the leader we're using gives us a free plus 5k, so if he ever tries to clear our board, again it requires cards from hand, or it requires multiple attacks, but we are going to take this. I think we protect this. We have to be afraid of the extra card as well, so we could end up paying a card from hand to protect this, and then he could just tap one and kill it anyway, but honestly, I think we kind of have to. We don't need 2 Whis, so we'll just use 1. So we're going to try and clear that board. That's my target for this turn. That's a good card for it as well. But I think we can charge. I don't want to charge one of these, honestly. I get a feeling we're going to need as many as we can. Do I maybe just charge the other hit? Do I charge the Whis? I mean, he's going to be all 20k's, right? So we don't need the additional 5 from the Whis, so I'm just going to charge that. We're going to awaken. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to awaken right now, and then we'll just give this the plus 5 so that this is at minimum a 10k from hand. Or sorry, it'll be at minimum 15k. So either a super combo or 2 cards from hand works for us. We don't need the additional power on the 3-drop if we're going to go for that. So we can just leave that there, I think. 25 into 15, just make it a pain for him. There we go. And then honestly, I think I play this and just don't awaken him. So I think I'm just going to play the 3-drop, pop the Jace, and then we just leave it there. Unfortunately, we still have a leader swing actually, so maybe not. We'll see what it does. God, we are drawing into all of our 0ks. This is crazy. 12 cards in hand, and we have 2, 5. We have 6 dead combo power. Good God. Kinda knew he would take that, but that's fine. We could also just establish this, you know. Because this is a constant threat. We can kill Jace, and then, unless he can remove this card, any card that he attacks with, we're just going to swing into that. That might be the better play, honestly. And then we can swing 30 at his leader as well to put him on 3. I think that's the play. And then we just defend. We have a lot of combo power technically. You know, our leader has a free plus 5 as well. So I think this works out for us. I think that was the right choice. We could have played the 3-drop and just killed the Jace anyway. But at minimum now we've drawn out a super combo, which is good. But we've established this, and it now means that any 20k he attacks with, this is a potential damage, and we get to clear his board as well. So I think that was the smarter choice. We're probably going to charge one of our 3-drops going into the next turn. I don't think we're going to need 3. I doubt we'll also need 2 of these, but we'll see what happens. I doubt he runs coolers. He's also charged 2 of his golden freezers, which I'm surprised at. Yeah, so he plays a Sorbet, now he's likely going to tap 3. He'll awaken, go back to 1. Okay, so he'll go back to 3 now. And yes, he is going to draw combo power out of us here, but honestly, I'm not mad at it, I don't mind. We have a couple of 10ks, which is nice, or well, a few 10ks actually. I'm going to actually sort these by combo power rather than by cost. And of course we just use the lead skill, it's just free combo power here. Every attack he throws into hit here, we're fine with. So he's still got 2 energy, so maybe a Butter will be coming out next. Or maybe a couple of Jaces actually, I never thought of that. So this is the stage where we have to make a decision, because he's just going to throw in 2 more attacks, so it's going to be at minimum 3 cards from hand, all of which are going to be combo power we don't have later on. He still has 1 energy as well, which means there could be a third or a second Jace coming. That'll be his 3rd copy. We're going to protect it at least on this one. It's always an all or nothing, by the way, so when I say on this one, it means it's probably going to be... Never mind. Okay, well that was fast. I do love this leader into Ginyu. I think it's one of the best leaders for red into Ginyu just because we have that free 5k combo power. It's the problem with U7 not having the defensive side of it. We're going to do a second game. Obviously that was a fast one, so... But the U7 defensively doesn't have that ability to buff your cards, so you're always dragging cards out of your opponent's hand, and quite oftentimes it's actually, you know, they'll maybe just go 25 into 20, let's say, but then you've got a 10k in hand, you just get out of it that way. It's a really difficult decision for them, because at most times it's going to cost them at minimum 2 cards to draw out only 1 from you. So it's good. I like it for that. But yeah, if again, I did touch onto it at the beginning of the video. Definitely check out that TCG. I think it was Phil Plays TCG. I can quickly double check the name. It is Phil Plays TCG. If you check out his video, where he has Cody Boychek on, and you know they're going through the list, going through matchups, going through where cards, and you know what's the sort of strategy into each matchup kind of thing. So it's a very, very good informative video. I recommend it to anybody. Like I said, if I remember to, I'll try and include it into the description. We have Broly. So Broly's actually an okay match for us. We have a lot of 25k attackers or 20ks that we can buff. We are going to change that though. Ideally we want to see the hit, and we also want to see 1-drop Whis, not Whis, sorry, 1-drop Rocher. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, we're just going to charge this, we'll establish the Whis and then we'll pass. So this is why this card here, this card is so important into this match, because it's a 25k, we can buff it to 30 to draw out 10ks from Broly as well. As you know, green runs, they do run a lot of both 10s and 5s, but because they run a significant portion of their combo power as 5k, you always want to try and buff up to 30 and just draw out those 10ks. The 10ks are cards like Gohans, Vegetas, things like that. So swinging for 10 is oftentimes the right choice. Or sorry, swinging for 30 to draw out a 10, I should say, is the right choice, rather than just swinging for 25, because they can just dump any number of 5ks, like all their cantrips, Android 18, I think what else there is. Okay, this is a decent card. He didn't swing? Okay, I'm surprised by that. We are going to charge this, I think. I think I want to keep this, and I do want to keep that. This is a stat line for a 2-cost, is insane. So of course we're just going to neg that down just before he gets any combo power off of it. And we want to rush Broly down as quickly as possible, that's your goal in red. There's another 5k he runs. probably going to charge one of these. This card, while being good because it's a 25k, we don't get the full effect of being able to just blow up his cards, and it is a 3 cost, whereas this does the exact same thing for 2, basically. If we're not killing anything, I'd rather pay 2 for 25 than 3 for 25. Like, it's just the same thing. So we're probably going to charge one of those 3 drops in the next turn, depending on what we draw into. I don't think whatever we draw would change, even if it's a 5 drop, I'd rather keep that. Wow, does he charge 2 of these? Not sure about that one. So he's likely going to ramp this turn, and then in the next turn he'll have Vegeta. Of course we take this, that's good for us. Means we can get to our Awaken. Our combo power is terrible. Kind of unfortunate, but now we have a target for a 3 drop. So I think I do want to save it for the turn 4 though, because it's likely going to be Vegeta. He must have not had a ramp card, unless he's waiting a turn. Oh, 2 hits is great though. Well, we're definitely charging this anyway. Do we go 2 hits here? Try to think if I care if he avoids the damage by comboing this off. He obviously didn't care about getting the blocker. I suppose it doesn't matter in this match, it's 5k. We just kill it anyway. I do love the idea of 2 hits, but into green, it's not going to make all that much of a difference. Yeah, so he's comboing out, that's fine by us. What was that 5k used there? That was an 18. Okay. This doesn't really matter. We're just swinging in order of power, pretty much. I mean, we're going to neg it down. It's just not going to matter. We can kill it with the 3 drop anyway. But I don't think I want to play the 3 drop this turn. That's the thing. I would rather keep this in case he has Vegeta. It's just the easiest removal we have into Vegeta. So I might just Krillin here, honestly. Or do we just go hit again? I think we just go hit again, honestly. It's the same thing, except this is 20k base, whereas defensively this is only 15. And we still have the Whis effect, so this is dead now anyway. We are going to flip. And I think what we're going to do here is actually attack with Whis, and we'll use the 5k on him, so we'll leave this at 20. Whis at this stage kind of loses his power. You know, going into the turn 4s, he's likely just going to Vegeta or ramp. Yeah, so he's just comboing it off. It was kind of a mistake on our part, actually. I should have done this first. I forgot when I used this attack that we had that. But yeah, I think I can just swing. We'll just buff it up to 15. So again, we're drawing a card out if he doesn't want to take the life. I'm tempted to go again, you know. Just do like this and this. That's fine, don't worry about it. Coolio, right. Now hit kind of loses, or at least having 2 of them, kind of loses its power here. We do have 2 5ks though between our leader and our Whis on board. So both of those attacks while he's at 4 life will be at threat. So it's definitely worth it. So we're probably going to swing leader first, just because we can obviously buff the battle card. I'm tempted to give him the Krillin now. Nah, I think we just leave that to die, honestly. I'm not that fussed about it. I'd imagine he'll play Vegeta here. I wanted to keep that Krillin just because we only had two 10Ks. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I don't know if we should watch this back after, but his hand must be terrible. Like, it must be really bad. Oh, there we go. So he does do the ramp, which is good for us because, yes, he's going to go into 6, meaning that he does have androids. We're also going to go to 4, so I think we just established this next turn. Because it can't kill, or the androids can't kill it. We have 2 supers and a lot of cards to defend it, so I think I'm happy doing that. Do we just charge this? No, I think I'd like it for the 5k. I think we just charge another one of these, honestly. This card really loses its value into green. So yeah, so we're going to attack here. So we've now got 2/4 costs, doesn't really matter. We're obviously not going to add that life. We have to be careful of the secret rare as well. We're going to end up awakening him this turn, so he will go to 6 when he awakens. It's going to be a tough one, honestly. Because he'll go to 6 here, then he'll go to 7, meaning the secret rare is a definite threat. Because we are only playing 4 costs, obviously, so the secret rare is definitely a big problem for us. It would be great if we actually had a couple of these, because we could push him down a bit. And again, we're just going to start poking with 5s here, pretty much. So we'll just give him a Whis. I know I did say earlier that we want to kind of swing to the 30k, but it doesn't really matter at this stage, as long as we can just keep prodding him down. I mean, he's comboing off 10ks anyway, which tells me he either doesn't want to lose his 5ks or he doesn't have any. So I think we can just keep... The problem is if we go wide anti-secret rares. If we go wide anti-secret rares, we're in trouble. I do think I would rather protect myself against the androids, so I think we just go for this. And then I'm also going to put a hit onto this so it's more than a 10k. There we go, so we draw out 2 cards there, which is good for us. And then we can just pass here. So I think we're looking okay. He is at 7, like I said, so if he does have a secret rare, he'll go down to 2 cards in hand. But the board clear is massive for him. It's really, really big for him. Because we don't have a 5-drop, so we don't have a double striker available to us. Okay, I'm surprised. Okay, if he's attacking leader, this tells me that he's trying to clear this board. Okay, so I think we do go Krillin here, maybe. Or do we keep the Krillin and go for the higher cost one? I think we do this. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll go to 30 here. And we'll see what he puts down on us. I'm just gonna assume it's gonna be the androids, right? we also have to assume, yep, there we go. So we also have to assume that one of these cards will likely be an 8-drop, or it'll be another Android. It'll be something with 0 combo power, which is kind of good information for us. I think we take this, honestly. Yeah, I think we could take that. Oh, perfect. And we got a 5-drop as well. Okay, so just doing the math in my head here. So let's remove out all the 0Ks. What do we have? So, he has 3 cards in hand. They could be super combos. What I think I kind of want to do here is try to swing at minimum 35 on most of these attacks. The problem is, though, is that we leave ourselves short. So I think we swing here at lead. Maybe we go 45. So that'd be these two, let's say, and then that would leave us... Or actually, we could just buff it. Go 35 and then add on a 10. Yeah, I think we do that. And then we'd have 10, 20, 30, 40, so it'd be 75, plus we'll swing here with our leader and get a draw. So I think that's the play. We'll do the buff. And then we'll just throw in a 10k. I think mathematically that's the right number to go for. Like I say, if he has a super combo, it means it's more than just a super combo to get out. So it'd be 45, 55, 65, 75 plus whatever we draw. So we're just going to swing here. We're not giving him... I mean, it didn't really matter because it's a 20k leader anyway. But we just leave that to fizzle. And then we just full send on this 5-drop. We maybe should have played that first. And then negged it by 20 and swung into it to see if he would try and protect it. I doubt he would, but you never know. So we're at 2 life, we lose if he gets out of this, but I think we had to win this turn just because he's going into his 8-drop. There we go, perfect. Yeah, this list is great, I love this list. Also the insight that Cody gave during the video itself, you know, it was very helpful to try and understand why he picks these cards and where he looks to play them. So definitely for sure, check out that video if you can. I'll go into the deck list just to sort of show you, but again, this is not my list, this is Cody's list. I'm just borrowing it for the purposes of testing, and so far it's absolutely snapped. But yeah, this is the list here. There's only one real interesting change to the list. Obviously, there is a lot of skill lists here between the Friezas, the Champas, these Friezas as well. But it's this card here. This for 2 energy, it negs 15. If you're awakened, it negs 25. Right? So for 2 energy, we can neg something 25k. If we are at 5 energy, we can kill an 8-drop Broly just between this and this, which is absolutely insane. It's really, really strong. Again, if we're talking androids as well, you know, this puts it down minus 25, which means that essentially every attack we put into it has the opportunity to kill it. You know, we're looking to swing for 25s and higher, so it's definitely great. I love the list. I love Cody's explanations of his playlines. Like I said, he gave you some insight into green. Mainly green and yellow were the 2 biggest insights he sort of gave. But these 3 costs and 4 costs, they were in there because in the yellow match, Cooler can't deal with them. It could swing into them for sure, but it can't just rest and KO them. So it means that yes, while you're paying 1 energy more, you are essentially boarding cards that they're not just killing for free, so to speak. So yeah, so definitely I love this list. I think Cody's done a great job fine-tuning this. I think it's a really, really strong list. So I probably will be climbing with this deck a lot more. But yeah, guys, I really enjoyed recording this video. That was really fun to play both those matches. Hope you all agree. And yep, like I said, check out that YouTube channel. Go over the tutorial if you're interested in the deck. I will put it down below in the description. So hit it out or hit him out there. I think it was Phil Plays TCG. Sorry, I keep forgetting that name. Yeah, Phil Plays TCG. Check him out for sure. And yeah, guys, if you're looking for more Fusion World content, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.